The price movement of AMC this week has been nothing short of insane. The stock's been making large moves over the week, but today was incredible. AMC's price pushed into the upper 20s as FOMO and a little bit of covering continued to push the stock's price on a steady incline. But the shares borrowed are still over 100 million, so this isn't squeezing yet. Let's talk about what's pushing the price of AMC. Let's talk about what could happen next, and let's get to it. What's up YouTube, James from Thursday Media here, and in this video we're talking about the wild run that AMC has had this week and some things to keep an eye on coming up. AMC has been rallying day after day following Wanda announcing that they had sold their position. This upward movement has been the combination of a few factors, but the bulk of this volume has been FOMO. Once the price began holding above $15, more individual investors and small institutions began piling in to prevent missing out on the rise. All of this buying is adding a ton of positive pressure, and with all these massive number of orders coming in, this is the type of volume that we need to get the squeeze rolling. An interesting component of today is that the total volume reached nearly 700 million shares, which is enough to exchange every share about 1.5 times. With so many retail investors holding though, it means that the few shares available had to change hands several times over in order to reach this kind of volume. It seems that either traders are really stepping it up or something strange is going on, but one thing that's not strange is hitting the like button so that YouTube knows that we're still in the game. AMC stock has a ton of momentum, and it's going to be volatile going forward, meaning that we're going to see gains like we did this week, and we will see dips that will test our nerves. I've been asked several times this week if this is the squeeze. Is it time to sell? First, your personal risk tolerance is going to be different from everyone else's. So remember to only invest what you can afford to lose and sell if you need the money. What I can say is that the shares on loan still seem to be over 100 million, and the squeeze isn't squoze until that number comes way down. In fact, most data suggests that short positions have doubled down and have continued to bet against the stock even in this massive uptrend. Short interest is still high, the number of shares borrowed is still high, so no, this is not the squeeze that we're looking for. If you are here for the squeeze, you also need to start keeping an eye on pre-market and after-hours activity. We will likely see major short positions covered during those times. Also keep in mind that different brokers allow trading at different times. Some brokers, such as Webull, allows you to execute orders as soon as pre-market opens and then allows you to continue trading until after hours closes. This is highly advantageous versus those accounts that limit the ability to sell or buy during these times, such as those provided by Robinhood. Now, what happens next? There are a ton of weekly price targets being posted, bots putting out random information, and of course, FUD being spread. Here's what I think. When you start reading price targets like $50 by Friday and you believe it, and then you let your friends believe it, it sets up the expectation that it must happen. And that is the kind of situation that hedge funds prey on. Now, I'm not saying that it's a bad thing to have price targets and goals, but I don't think that it's strategically impossible for hedge funds to let the price rise to yearly highs and then trigger a sell-off with so many new investors now coming in. Those of us that have been holding the stock for months are used to it, but it's important to spread the word and make sure that new shareholders understand what they'll see when hedge funds decide to attack. We also need to point out that as the price gets higher, the rises and dips will also get larger. Where the price movement used to be just pennies, we'll start to see the price shift by dollars. Now, realistically, as long as there are millions of short positions still open, there will be tactics used by hedge funds to shake people and convince them to sell their shares. As always, the most powerful retail tool has been to buy and hold. So don't be surprised to see hedge funds use tactics to convince people to take this profit that we're now all sitting on and shift sentiment to drop the price. But again, to reiterate, this is FOMO buying. This is not the squeeze. The psychology of stock trading will be in full force now that the price is in a position where hedge funds and institutions can easily lose control. What we want to see is more days with large buying volume, especially if it pushes deep out of the money calls into the money. Then a gamma squeeze will be on the table and the short squeeze will follow shortly after. It's been an incredible week so far, so congratulations to all of you that have been holding for a while and have believed in the AMC movement. Make sure to spread the word that we're not out of the woods yet, but at least AMC stock is moving in the right direction and in a large way. But as always, I am not a financial advisor. I'm just a regular guy with a regular job, just happy to be a small part of the AMC movement. So always make sure to do your own research and make financial decisions that you're comfortable with. If you're interested in investing and need a place to start, I'll leave you some links down in the description below that'll help get you started. Some of these are even offering free stocks when you sign up and make your first deposit. If you like this video and you want more like it, make sure that you subscribe to the channel. I post every Thursday and Sunday unless I throw in a bonus. Hang on with diamond hands, it's a roller coaster for sure, and thanks so much for being here, and I'll see you in the next one.